Multi-Weapon is a new feature in PSO2 NGS that lets you combine two types of weapons into one, and you can share the same palette. To unlock the Multi-Weapon feature, you need to progress into the story up to where you can reach the Vanford Laboratory ruins and complete the story in that area. After finishing the story in the ruins, Crawford will call you back for an emergency meeting. After that, your next main quest is to talk to Staggy. He is the one that will tell you all about multi-weapons. After talking to Staggy, run back to the main tower area, up the stairs, and then turn right. And then to the NPC of Item Lab Enhancement Technician, you can find the multi-weapon system here. And then it'll just unlock after that. So how do you multi-weapon? You need two of the same types in order to combine together. For example, if you have a Prim weapon, you have to combine it with another Prim weapon. So for example, if you have a Prim sword, you can combine the weapon with a Prim rifle. A Thesis sword with a Thesis rifle, so on and so forth. You will need photon quartz, which you can find around the North Alio area. And I think there are some that are right below Resil Force too, so yeah. The cost depends on the weapon rarity. 1-star weapons, it costs 50k N Meseta and 10 photon quartz. 2-star, 100k N Meseta and 20 photon quartz. 3-star, 150k N Meseta and 30 photon quartz. And 4-star, 200k N Meseta and 40 photon quartz. So you talk to the Item Lab NPC, scroll down to multi-weapon, and then choose the weapons that you want to combine. Keep in mind they have to be the same type, otherwise it will not work. So you choose your main weapon first. So in this case I chose a Prim sword, and your second weapon should be another weapon that you like. So in my case I chose Twin Daggers as my second one. And since it is a 1-star rarity weapon, it'll only cost me 50 N Meseta and 10 photon quartz. Hit confirm. So yes, and ta-da! And that's how you create a multi-weapon. So now that you've made your multi-weapon, when you view your weapon specs, you'll see a class icon if you combine a weapon from a different class. So for this Prim sword, the main focus is sword, which is a hunter weapon, and Twin Daggers, which is a fighter weapon. And you can see the available classes in the item details window, second tab. In order to use the multi-weapon PAs, you must have a subclass for the weapon. So if you do a multi-weapon that's like a sword and rifle, but your class is hunter fighter, you won't be able to use the rifles PAs because you're not a ranger sub. Take my ranger class. It is a ranger main class and a hunter subclass. Therefore I can use wired lance PAs because it is a hunter weapon, but I multi-weapon Twin Daggers with wired lance as a main. That means, since I am Ranger Hunter, Twin Daggers is unavailable because it's a fighter weapon. You can still use the weapon as long as it has a class related to the weapon that it is focused for. So for example, Ranger Hunter, I have access to Wired Lance PAs, but I don't have access to Twin Daggers PAs. If I'm Ranger Fighter, I have access to Twin Daggers PAs, but no access to Wired Lance PAs. In terms of which ones to go for, honestly, I think it's whatever you want to go for. There's no meta of what you should or should not go for. And yeah, I'm willing to try all sorts of weapon combinations, and so far I've only tried Twin Daggers and Wired Lance because I'm playing Fighter Hunter. And that about sums it up for multi-weaponing. If you have any questions regarding this category, let me know in the comments. Like and sub to the channel for more PSO2 content, and as always, happy grinding.